Who inherited Tupac Shakur's huge fortune after he died? Tupac Shakur, a popular rapper, was shot on September 7, 1996, sparking a slew of conspiracy theories concerning his murder. Many people speculate about other elements of his life, with some speculating that he had children or was secretly married, in which case his estate would have been bequeathed to them. Many people have been thinking about these big questions about Shakur's life since his recent birthday. Tupac Shakur's riches was left to whom? Given Tupac's untimely demise, it's no surprise that he didn't leave a will. During the 1990s, when violent gang fights among rappers were rampant, his death came as a shock to many. Many have blamed the East Coast-West Coast hip-hop conflict for Shakur's death in a drive-by shooting, while another huge player in the scene, Notorious Big, was just killed 6 months later. Tupac was reportedly shot 5 times in an assassination attempt in New York City in 1994, just before his death. Tupac was probably not expecting to die when he was just only 25 years old, notwithstanding the circumstances. His music did, however, make references to death, especially in the songs Hail Mary and I Ain't Mad at Ya, the latter of which had a music video depicting Tupac being shot. Tupac was married for a short time during his life, so some may have expected his wife to receive a portion of his estate. The rapper met Keisha Morris, then a law student in a nightclub in 1994. We were dancing and we spoke briefly, she told XXL magazine in 2011. He was going through some legal issues at the time, and I advised him to be cautious of the individuals he was around and wish him luck. I ran into him at the tunnel a month later and he remembered the entire chat. He gave me his phone number and I gave him my address. From that day forward, we began chatting. Tupac went to prison shortly after this meeting, and the couple married on April 29, 1995. While he was there, he had the marriage dissolve after his release in October of that year, though Keisha said they continued to speak regularly until his death. She was not entitled to any of his inheritance as a result of their divorce, and because there was no will, his mother, Afeni Shakur, administered it. Tupac's net worth skyrocketed after a few posthumous albums were released in the years following his death. Although Afeni passed away in 2016, she made certain that her son's legacy would be preserved. Tom Whaley was named executor of the estate by her. Tupac and Afeni's friend Gobi Rahimi feels Whaley will do a fantastic job with the Shakur estate. Tom is a person who is genuinely concerned about Tupac's legacy, someone who had a genuine relationship with Tupac in a position of authority. In 2016, he told Billboard that things feel more helpful and positive than they have in the last 20 years. Tupac's estate was under Afeni's custody when she died in 2016. Although management of the estate appears to be in the hands of the record labels with which Tupac worked, Tupac's estate is projected to be worth roughly $40 million in 2019. Yet it has been stated that at the time of his death, the rapper owed money to his record company after signing a 3-album agreement in exchange for bail money. Tupac's estate has been overseen by Tom Whaley, former chairman and CEO of Warner Bros. Records and current head of Loma Vista Recordings, who was first appointed trustee of Tupac's estate in 2013 and worked with Tupac at Interscope Records when the rapper was alive, according to Afeni's attorney Howard King, as reported by Billboard. Of course, posthumous album sales, of which there were 6 studio albums and 1 compilations album, would have swiftly recouped that money. Needless to say, many fans will be listening to those albums around this time to honor the rapper. Tupac Shakur's sister accuses the rapper's executor of embezzlement. Tupac Shakur's sister has filed a lawsuit against the late rapper's longtime executor, accusing him of misappropriating millions of dollars. Tupac's sister, Sigiwa Shakur, and the Tupac Shakur's foundations have accused Tom Whaley, who has been the executor of Tupac's estate since Afeni's death in 2016, of taking $5.5 million from Amaro Entertainment, a record label founded by Afeni and now managed by Whaley, which is responsible for Tupac's Classics LP, Tupac Classics LPs, and posthumous albums, in a lawsuit filed in a Los Angeles Superior Court. The lawsuit also alleged a slew of alleged misconduct, including allowing the sales of an estate-owned houseboat to benefit one of the trust trustees rather than the trust itself. The Tupac estate is also accused by Sekiwa's lawyers, Donald David and Joshua Mandel, of not providing financial information with the non-profit Tupac Shakur's foundations, of which he is the president. The estate has contended that the foundations is not entitled to that information. At the time of publications, David and Mandel had not responded to Rolling Stone's request for comment. Well, use the comment sections below to share your thoughts with us. Hope you enjoyed the show. If so, please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Also show us some love by clicking on the like button below and sharing the video with your friends and family. Turn on the notification button to get updates on our new videos. That's all we had for today. Bye bye and see you next time in the upcoming video.